during the Iraq War, and it was the first time I ever heard the call to prayer. It was on the news, Grampian or again one of them, and it was just a panoramic view scanning the city, and you could hear it in the background. It was in between the bombs going off and that, and it was just like the hairs on the back of my neck stood up and drew my attention. And then I started sort of investigating it a little bit, and it was 12 years later that I finally got the courage up to come along to a mosque. And then because everything that was portrayed on the news regarding Muslims being terrorists and murderers and everything like that, and it was just fear till I walked in the door, and then everything was peaceful. I was made so welcome, and everybody wanted to shake my hand and give me a hug, and I'd never had that anywhere else. In every mosque I've been in, it's always been the same. And there was brothers here from England on a Jamaat. There was a Brother Yusuf from Coventry, and there was a brother from London. He was the first one. As soon as I walked through the door, it was hugs and handshakes. And he sort of just guided me through any questions I had. And as soon as he was talking, in fact, I listened mostly. He did all the talking. It was just any questions I asked, he had the answer. I just wanted to get a better understanding, just so it was obviously what you hear on the news, it's all bad, but I knew that not everybody was the way they're portrayed, and so that was one of the reasons I came along, just out of curiosity. And as soon as I started hearing and I started understanding a lot more, and some of the quotations, the Prophet, peace be upon him, and even his last sermon, you can't get a better sermon than the Prophet's last sermon. Where no Arab's better than a non-Arab, no black's better than a white, no white's better than women have to be treated equally and honoured, and we are all equal. We're all human beings, regardless of where you come from on the planet or what colour your skin is. We all bleed red. But that was a moving one for me, when I read that, that wee flutter of the heart, and we are all equal. I've always known there's a God, it's just choosing which religion to follow, and this was the one for me. For the 5 days, I think it was, before I decided, I came for every prayer, watched, listened. 2 days before they left, that's when I took the Shahada, at 8:40 on the 18th of January. When I went home and prepared, done wudu and got showered and everything, and went to going to the Imam's house, it was just a smile. I just couldn't stop smiling, because I knew I'd made the right decision, I'd been chosen, and this is what I've chosen. This has opened my eyes and sorted my head out as well, and it's given me courage as well, to deal with my problems and issues, and it's every time I come here or every time I pray, it's like a weight lifted off my shoulder, and then I can carry on to the next one. You can ask Allah for a sign, but you don't need a sign. You just have to look out the window at what He's created. That's the only sign you really need. And the sun comes up every day, and the sun goes down every day. It's clockwork. And every day you wake up, it's different. Trees are the same, but the leaves are a different colour and different shapes. And there is one God, definitely.